Hello, everybody, and welcome to Washington Lee High School for a JV volleyball matchup between the Wakefield Warriors and one of their cross-county rivals, the Washington Lee Generals. The Wakefield Warriors have started this match by serving for a point, so we'll take a 1-0 lead here in the first set. Return from Washington Lee goes to midfield, handled easily and confidently by Wakefield. Both teams finding a nice rhythm early in the match. And we see some power from the Generals. Warriors able to handle it, but the soft touch over the net ends up with a point in the Generals column. So the match, the first set, is tied at 1. Back to service, Ella Taylor, one of the freshmen on the JV team for the Generals. And we're quickly into another long rally. And at the net, the battle at the net goes to Wakefield on that point. Shaniqua Nunn and Maya Starandobi, I think, were the two frontline players who scored the point for Wakefield. And back to serve Sophia Polazar. Her serve goes to the back part of the court. Washington able to handle. They send it to the back part of the court in return. And Wakefield manages to, with the 3 touches, get it back over. And on that point, Shaniqua Nunn tried to have a soft touch over the net, but it fell short. Point for the Generals. Back to serve for Washington Lee, Genevieve Bernard. And the Generals have opened up a lead here in the first set. But serving for Wakefield, Maya Starandobi, sophomore. And that's wide. The pass to Zuli Ramirez put her on too much on the side of the court, and her return went wide, so point for the Generals. And that is Camila Borduane, another one of the many sophomores on this JV team for Washington Lee. And there's the serve from Shaniqua Nunn. Great effort, Sophia Polazar. Great effort with the dig, but it ends in a point for the Generals. And the left-handed serve from the Generals goes long and wide, so turns it back over to the Warriors. And Zuli Ramirez is back to serve for Wakefield. And point for Wakefield. The pass and the set for that kill. Decent pass, decent set, but unable to finish the point. So Zuli Ramirez serves again for Wakefield. Great point, or great rally going on. There's the ball, rolls around the top of the net, falls to Wakefield's side. Wakefield's able to handle it. And now Washington Lee trying to finish the point. Good show of power from the Generals. And they pick up a point. So we're going to have a quick substitution for Washington Lee. Jacqueline LaPointe will be coming in, and she will be serving. As Milena Gunger takes a seat, and she'll probably be back in the match fairly soon. Points serve. Handled by Wakefield. Here's the set. Nice touch. So Zuli Ramirez made a valiant effort to get to the ball, but the point goes to Washington Lee. Moves to early in the first set. Both teams showing good movement off ball, and we are having some nice rallies as a result. Jacqueline LaPointe continues to serve, and Washington Lee has the lead here in the first set. That goes to the back part of the court. Wakefield not able to get the handle on the return, so a point for the Generals. LaPointe's got her team on a roll right now. Wakefield plays it off the net between the first and second touch, but the third touch gets over for the return. And that's going to go long, so Wakefield will get the serve back and pick up a point. Nice even match so far. Both teams, multiple players serving well, but because of good defense by both sides, we're getting some long rallies as a result. And coming in, Camila Borduin. She's been in before. She's back in the game. And serving for Washington, Sophie Jahar Smith, the libero for this team. There's a set from Wakefield. Terrific effort from Christine Siegel of the Generals, but the point goes to the Warriors, and they will serve. And Kaya Fluid serving for Wakefield. And she's usually got a consistent serve, but that one went wide. So the point will be for Washington Lee. And that's Ella Taylor serving for the Generals, and they pick up a point off the serve. So Generals ahead, but still relatively early in the first set. We'll serve from Ella Taylor. And that serve may have packed more punch than it looked. The first touch on the ball sent it pretty far out of bounds. So Taylor and the Generals right now rolling. Nice long rally, ends in a point for Wakefield. I think both these teams warmed up well. From the first touch of the ball, we've seen a good rhythm on both sides and some nice rallies. Deep serve, handled by Washington Lee. And Wakefield at that point playing some long-range passing, keeps it going. And that last attempt falls short for the Generals, so another point for Wakefield. And that is Sophia Palazar, back to serve for the Warriors. Palazar, one of the many, many sophomores on this JV team. And that will go long. Ashley Parr for the Warriors. And coming back in for the Generals, Melina Gungar. And I think Wakefield might have been in the net on that play, so the point will go to Washington Lee. Genevieve Bernard will serve. And the return is errant, so Washington Lee picks up a point. We will take a timeout and be right back. Valiant effort by Azuli Ramirez, but it falls short, and the Generals pick up another point. Genevieve Bernard continuing to serve for Washington Lee, and some trouble on the three-touch there. Goes basically the wrong way, so another point for the Generals. Now they're starting to pull away here in the first set. And a miss serve, a rare miss serve in this match. Both teams generally serving very well today. So Wakefield picks up a point. And Maya Starandobi serves, and the point ends up going to the Generals. All right, a substitution for Washington Lee. Sophie Gajahar Smith sits down. And in to serve is Camila Bourdouin. And a quick point for Wakefield, and then substitution. And Sophie Gajahar Smith is back in. And Camila Bourdouin will now sit. JV coach Kate Johnson continues to work the rotation. Washington Lee gets it back over. To the side of the court rather than more toward the center, but they often have that third ball has been worked well. They've made a great effort both sides in getting control back. Shaniqua Nunn now serving for Wakefield. And Wakefield prolongs the rally. And the Generals find a seam in the Wakefield defense. I think that was Maya Starandobi with a great effort. Serve goes to the back part of the court. The return gets over. And Wakefield, little finesse net, gets them a point. Both teams obviously looking for the seam in the other team's defense, and they're finding it hard to find so far in the match. Teams are moving well as a team. And that return will go long. Not by very much, but out of bounds, so we will take another timeout. Zulia Ramirez is serving for Wakefield. She sends it to the middle of the court. Good effort by Wakefield to extend the point. Yeah, throughout the match so far, both teams have done really well in that first touch. Taking in control and set up very well the second and third touch of the ball. Zulia Ramirez still serving for Wakefield. And that goes long, so Wakefield, I must say, the backcourt on that point had a really good judgment of the ball because it wasn't long by very much. And they sort of held their hands up to let it pass, thinking it would be out, and indeed it was. And a terrific effort from Christine Siegel, but can't quite get to it. So Wakefield's pulled within 2 here in the first set. Washington's leading 20-18. And Zulia Ramirez, she started serving a few points ago, and she's been pulling her team closer. And that point goes over to the Generals, though. 21-18. Another substitution as Washington Lee continues to work its rotation. Jacqueline Lapointe will come back in, and she will be serving. Both teams heavy on the sophomores. Jacqueline Lapointe also a sophomore. Point for the Generals. Close match. Generals pulled away. Wakefield charged back to close within 2. And now Washington Lee is trying to win the first set. That return gets over the net. Oh, Ashley Para and Kaya Fluitt playing in front. Terrific effort, but it came up short. Timeout on the court. All right, we are back. Jacqueline Lapointe into serve. And another point for the Generals. Lapointe came in to serve after Wakefield had charged back to close within 2 points. And she's got her team on the brink of claiming the first set. Kaya Fluitt with a lot of finesse and just the right touch at the net. And the serve returns to the Warriors, so trying to stave off losing the first set here. And Washington Lee takes the first set. Back after this. We are back for the second set. A very close first set, very even match so far. In the end, Washington Lee prevailed, and they have picked up the first point here in the second set. And a nice serve diving. Ended up about 3/4 of the way into the court, and Wakefield couldn't find the handle. Had some good serves in the first set. Now she's serving well here in the second set. That one is wide, though. So the serve turns over to the Warriors, and we're tied at 1 here in set number 2. Great net block by Shaniqua Nunn. But Washington Lee stays together and eventually wins the point. And that's Genevieve Bernard, who's serving now. And the return falls short. Point for the Generals. Bernard serving well. Sends it to the back of the court. Wakefield responding. Wakefield sends it to the back of the court. And the attempt at the kill falls short. A little low, couldn't get over the net, so Wakefield will get the serve back. And Sophia Palazar will be serving for Wakefield. She sends it to the back of the court. And a little finesse at the net. Finds a seam. Point for the Generals. For Washington, Samantha Lowe coming in, and she'll be serving for Washington Lee. And a miss serve, so the point goes over to Wakefield. Very few miss serves in this match. Both teams serving well. And we've been treated to some really nice long rallies. And that is long, so Wakefield will pick up the point, and Maya Starandobi will be back in to serve. The Generals took the first set in a very close set. And the Warriors are hanging tough here in the second set. And a point for Wakefield. Generals tried to block it at the net. That came up a little bit short, and then the ball found the back of their court and found it undefended. So once again, Maya Starandobi serving for Wakefield. And a rare case of some miscommunication, I think, on the side of Wakefield. They've been moving very efficiently as a team, but they lost a point because of some confusion or maybe some miscommunication. Julie Ramirez sends it over. Washington able to handle it. The block at the net, and Wakefield comes up big at the net. And now Shaniqua Nunn will serve for the Warriors. So the one ball falls short for the Warriors. A little unusual in this match. Both teams have been doing very well on that first touch. Good control, making a good pass. And with the score 7-6, Washington Lee with a narrow lead. And we are tied. So we're tied at 7 here in the second set. JV plays 2 out of 3. So Washington Lee's trying to close out the match here. Wakefield trying to force a third set tonight. And that return comes up short. Wakefield has picked up the lead now. Up by a point, 8-7. Timeout on the court. So Zuli Ramirez serving for Wakefield. Wakefield's up by a point. And the point goes to the Generals, so we're back to a tie. Tied at 8. There's the set from Kaya Fluid. And the kill from Sophia Polazar. So Wakefield now has a 9-8 lead. And Ashley Para serving for Wakefield. And point for the Generals. Tied up at 9. We had a close first set. The Generals prevailed in the end. And we are tied in the second set, 9-9. And Kaya Fluid. Great play at the net. Nice touch. Picks up the point for the Warriors. And that'll come up short. We've had some great rallies. We're tied up again. And coming back in, Milena Gunger for the Generals. With Genevieve Bernard serving. Terrific point for the Warriors. Shaniqua Nunn, after a pass from Kaya Fluid, found that seam in the Generals' defense. Sophia Polazar serves, goes toward the back of the court. Pass to the front. The set and the kill, point for the Generals. And she's been doing all night. Zulita Ramirez, great effort. Just comes up a little bit short. We're back to a tie. And both teams substitute. And Samantha Lowe will be serving for Washington Lee. And I think that's Teresa Felipe, the libero, with a great effort. Generals out to a 1-point lead in the second set. Touches the net on the way over, but it's over and the rally continues. And they can't handle the return, so a point for Wakefield. And as we've seen before, Kaya Fluid with the set. Shaniqua Nunn with the kill. And we are back to a tie. Maya Starendobi with the serve. An awesome effort. Terrific effort from Melena Gunger. Point for Wakefield. Wakefield on a bit of a run with Maya Starendobi. Serve goes to the back of the court. General's able to handle. They push it back to the back of the court for Wakefield. Wakefield now brings it past the front. Another point. We'll take a timeout on the court. We are back. Maya Starendobi serving. Wakefield trying to win a second set and force a third set. And the pass from by Wakefield, they aren't able to complete the point. So with Christine Siegel serving, the Generals have picked up a point. So Generals now ready to see what they can do with the serve. Christine Siegel back to serve, like so many of her teammates, a sophomore. Serve goes to the very back part of the court. Wakefield plays it. And with a set, and that'll be a point for Wakefield. So the block works. Wakefield able to block the kill from Washington Lee. And we will have a very quick substitution. Shaniqua Nunn back to serve for the Warriors. Great save by Zuli Ramirez. And point for the Warriors. Another serve from Shaniqua Nunn. And eventually the point goes wide, but Genevieve Bernard, great dig to prolong the rally, but the return is wide. Point for the Warriors. Nunn serves. And that is just long. Wakefield showing good judgment. Balls that are falling probably less than a foot outside the back line. They're calling that early and letting it go. But that point will go to Washington Lee. And with a substitution by the Generals. Serve goes to the back of the court. Wakefield not able to respond. It has been a tight, close match the whole way. And Sophie Goddard-Smith serving very well. But the point for the Warriors. So Zuli Ramirez serving for Wakefield. Wakefield now with a set. This is the back part of the court. Washington able to respond on the first touch, but not the second. Wakefield picks up a point. Zuli Ramirez back to serve again. Good crowd here. Washington Lee. The volleyball fans are forced to sort of split up in this JV match because on the other gym at the same time, the freshman match is going on. So volleyball families and fans have to choose either freshman or JV. Later tonight, when we open up the wall, we'll be able to all enjoy the varsity match. And a little touch at the net. Wakefield able to make the return. And the same thing in reverse. Shaniqua Nunn, little dink at the net. Washington able to handle and make the return and score the point. And that serve had a little more punch on it than it might have looked. The first touch goes the wrong way. Timeout on the court. All right, we're back. Another close set. WNL took the first set. Wakefield scrambling now to try to force a third set. And that goes out the back of the court. Terrific effort by Teresa Felipe. And Jacqueline Lapointe continuing to serve. And a terrific effort by Wakefield, but unable to score the point. So Jacqueline Lapointe serving and has got the team back to a tie. We're tied at 22. Lapointe serves, back part of the court. And amazingly, Wakefield, they had to leave the frame of our camera, but they came up with the point. I mean, they came up with the return. However, the point goes to Washington Lee. Washington Lee now up by a point here in the second set. In this match, both sides have had to use the whole court, and they used it well. Here's a set from Washington Lee. And some action at the net. Another point for the Generals. So we are at match point. We'll take a timeout on the court. All right, Wakefield. Drop. This is the first set. Down by 2 in the second set, but we are at match point with Jacqueline Lapointe serving for the Washington Lee Generals. This has been about as close as match as you can have. Both teams have been serving consistently, moving well as a team, and as a result, we've seen some long rallies. And that drops it, and that's the match.